So what do you have to say to these folks that are listening in today in terms of an update on what you've seen going on in Mexico and some things that you feel could definitely be helpful to them going forward?
Al, this is something we have been waiting for over 6 years, and it's been a blessing to be part of this process right now, even though I'm still camping in the mountains of Colombia, my home country. Yes, from here I have been virtually via internet, that is virtually present in the road shows, thanks to 2 of my MIT colleagues from Mexico who live in the United States and contacted their partners, colleagues, friends and family in Mexico, as well as some of my friends who live in Monterrey, Mexico City and Guadalajara, who I met a decade ago while doing consulting work on digital publishing. I just want to share with everyone because I know there is some new people on the line. Pablo, I heard you checking in at the very beginning, and it was Luisa from Monterrey, actually one of the friends of one of my Facebook friends, who invited you to the line, so I look forward to speaking with you possibly after the call to answer the questions you might have. Luisa and most of his friends are young professionals, and they are teaching people there about dreaming again. They know about a former president of Mexico who was actually involved in multi-level marketing while in college to pay for his college. So there is a strong acceptance of the MLM system in Mexico by professionals, and they are reaching a lot of these people in Mexico. And they are meeting with doctors, martial arts studio owners, entrepreneurs, lawyers, engineers, social workers, social communicators, and other professionals. So these professionals do see this socially responsible global pioneer like a great vehicle to help a lot of people and make a lot of money. Because as they say, professionals in Mexico do not make enough money as they would like to. Also, the general public see this as a great opportunity to inspire something better. But the aspect that absolutely captures the heart of everybody in Mexico is our desire to make a difference in the lives of the most vulnerable children. They think the science and technology are real and wonderful. You know, they have seen a lot of things come that were not real, but this one is real. The business model is wonderful, but it is that desire to bring change that connects with everybody, because everybody has a passion and a desire to be part of something that is bigger than themselves. They understand that by getting to do this, they will touch so many lives, as well as the lives of undernourished children in places we are not even open. And certainly this is the case for Mexico. And they are so excited we already sent to Mexico enough products for nourishing, not just feeding, 5,000 needy children for the next 6 months. And then something that we have been sitting on that I think is a gold mine is our global seamless compensation plan, which for them makes a lot of sense, because Mexico certainly is the door to Central and South America, but boy, it is a door to North America. In fact, the door to our entire Spanish-speaking world. And they realize that. Just in the United States alone, there are 65 million Hispanic people with $1 trillion of purchasing power. But more than that, they are just a lot of people who need what we have. And we have been really well received in Mexico. They are embracing what we bring. It is truly remarkable to be part of this. And for me, it's a wonderful experience to share this with the wonderful people of Mexico. And I cannot believe I am part of something this great. I am impressed with the quality of interest, and the people are genuinely excited, and that this was such an incredible opportunity. Focus on trying to find one person in one of the cities in the list that all will update us for the following road shows in Mexico. Also, have them go to ventajahispana.atuoptimasalud.com. There are some great videos there. A lot of people see that and they want to know much more. So if you got the registration forms, scan the entire brochure, and when you find someone that is truly interested and ready to join you, you're going to send them to ventajahispana.atuoptimasalud.com. You're going to send them that entire brochure via email and show them what's happening. And then you want to get them registered. So you will have all the information there. Once they are registered, they can bring their friends to the road shows where they can register also. At ventajahispana.atuoptimasalud.com, you can request a customized free ticket to the road shows with your information on it so that your new friends know how to fill out the registration form. I can't wait to meet my old and new Mexican friends and partners, and we are going to have a great party when we go in. By the way, talking about nutrition, I would love to go back to this very unique restaurant in La Zona Rosa of Mexico City, which I think is the best vegetarian restaurant in the world. Yes, compared with many Indian restaurants and the UN delegates' dining room. Mexicans love healthy lifestyles and real natural foods. So thank you so much, Al, and all of you, for allowing us to be part of this.
The blessings are many. We see a swell of momentum growing there. The meetings kept getting larger and larger, and now they're having weekly meetings in many of the cities. In fact, daily meetings in Mexico City, I hear, at this point. And it's amazing to see the momentum. And I just want to just suggest to everybody, number one, that when nurses and professionals are making $300 to $500 in an entire month in Mexico, when you show them just the plan to national director status, you can see how they can triple their income by getting to national director. And many of us in the United States we'd look at that and say, well, that's not enough money to be made. But in Mexico, it's a whole different story. I mean, it's just exhilarating to them. Of course, we want everyone to hit presidential, and many of them will do that, including the first month that we open. But the idea is that, they really have a huge opportunity to double and triple their income by just getting to national director status. And if we keep that in perspective, we will then have a better perspective of the phenomenal opportunity that we're presenting these people in Mexico, and what a blessing we can be to their lives going forward and their future. And that's really what I want to focus on, and just keep, sharing the blessings and sharing with people what this could mean to them and what it can mean to their family and generations to come. We'll keep that in perspective. Thing I'd have to say, Al, that I'd just like to really allow people to open their eyes to is that it doesn't matter if you don't have one person doing the business registered right now. The opportunity is still huge. It's going to be huge for the next 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, because we're not going to sign up 110 million people in the first week. When we start, we might sign up a few thousand in that first week to 10 days that we open. But that's nothing compared to where we're going to be a year from now, and 2 years from now, and 5 years from now. So the expectation is that actually Mexico is going to overtake the United States, because we've seen it happen with other network marketing companies like Herbalife. So it's just, start now, plan to be at some part of the grand opening. I think that everybody who really wants to take this business seriously in Mexico ought to plan to be at one of those grand opening sessions, either in Monterrey, Mexico City, or Guadalajara for at least a couple days. And I hope to be at all three, starting in Guadalajara, going to Monterrey and Mexico City, and then coming back to the closing in Guadalajara. But just choose to be there, and just choose to love on people, share with people, and start growing that business. And you know, that investment will pay off to you tenfold. So, yeah, that's about it, Al. Well, the other thing I'd like to mention, just as a side note, is I had an exhilarating time with the presidentials and the non-presidentials. The people that came, who are associates, who came to Mexico from all over the world to help support this outreach program, as I call it, this mission, this business building exercise we're going through, as well as touching and serving people. I never had a better time with that group of associates. We had such a blast. In fact, sometimes we might have even had too much fun.
Hello, Al. Hello, everyone. I'm so thrilled to be on the line and to be able to speak with everyone on the line tonight. I just echo everything that's been said so far. To give you an idea, this is something that we've been introduced to and been very, very active in for 15 years. And 15 years ago, people would say, well, you know what, how do you know this is going to work? How do you know that this is going to be a successful company? How do you know that you're going to have results with this company? And what we said was we knew that the products offered results. We had incredible results with the products, so we knew that was something that that everybody, you know, really benefited from, with a technology that only, you know, that people can only get from people who are involved in this company. But at the time, you know, we didn't have a crystal ball. But what we said is we're going to go for it and we're going to see what happens, because if we decide to do nothing, then nothing will happen. But if we decide to do something, what if something happens? And it did. And so as we look at Mexico, the reason that I am so passionate about Mexico is because we're a proven company. And so now, you know, we don't need a crystal ball to know what's going to happen in Mexico. We know what we've done in the United States. We know what we've done in 15 other countries. And now we're off to Mexico. And nowhere in the history, the last 17 years of the company, have we had an opportunity where we have right now in Mexico, being just across the border, and with a magnificent opportunity in an established market in the industry of networking, but also with an established company. And I think that the reason that I'm so thrilled about Mexico is because it really is the tip of the iceberg as we look at the rest of the world. And that's what keeps me up at night. You know, Jackie, you were talking about the fact that you're not sleeping at night, but that's what keeps me up at night. In Mexico, I have not ever seen people who have the ability to bring the masses together like they do in Mexico. You know, we've talked to a lot of people across the country, and we've been focused on the U.S. in the past 15 years. In Mexico, the amount of people that people bring together in an initial conversation, in an initial introduction, the numbers are something like we've never seen before. So we know that there's something really, really great here. We're very, very honored and very thrilled to be working with this team, and Al, you know, you leading the charge. And we just know that great things are here to come.
Thank you so much for being on this call.
Así que te agradecemos mucho por estar en esta llamada.
Thank you for those who shared with us today your experiences.
Gracias a todos aquellos que compartieron con nosotros sus experiencias el día de hoy.
Thank you so much.
Muchas gracias
for sharing, for being part of this great initiative.
Por compartir y por ser parte de esta gran iniciativa.
For this you're making, to be able to be there and to play a part, a historical part in this.
Para estar allá y para ser parte de esto que va a ser historia.
Just remember,
solo recuerden,
God will always honor your faith.
Dios siempre honrará tu fe.
And your action is a proof of your faith.
Y tu acción es una prueba de tu fe.
So thank you.
Gracias.
We love you.